Bring me home, out alone, and show me the way. You wanna be a part of Sunset Boulevard.
So usually we have another intro, but I forgot to repair it, and we discovered last time that somebody doesn't know what the hell he's doing, or at least he didn't. Maybe he was drinking a little too much wine when he was making a video because he misspelled his. Didn't I misspell my own name or something like that? It was ridiculous. So
yeah.
But we do want to make sure that you know that this is Stephanie and I have put together a program to try to help people in need. We do promote One Hope Wines because they're a wonderful organization that gives away a lot of money, over $9 million to organizations all over the world. We just ask you to please drink responsibly. And if you need help, please make sure you reach out because help's available. Wine is a wonderful thing, but don't let it ruin your life. My name is Zach Clayton, and I am being joined by the goddess of the grapes, Stephanie Simoes. How are you doing?
I am glad to be here, Zach. How are you?
I'm dizzy.
Hey, I can kind of relate these days.
Yeah, I'm dizzy. You know, we get towards this 22-hour thing, and all of a sudden, things just start moving together. You know, it's actually kind of funny. I came across something yesterday that really made me smile. We introduced our website 1 year ago yesterday. We introduced it on Valentine's Day. So with Z World Webs. So
congratulations!
Our website's now 1 year old, and Z keeps it looking great. Keeps adding all this information and doing a wonderful job. So, if you are out there and you're looking for somebody to help you with the website, take a look at ours, see what Z can do, because I'm telling you, not only is he going to give a portion back to the mission that you choose, but he also does a darn good job. He truly does. So, how are you feeling, Mommy?
I'm doing good. We're getting there. We're just over the halfway mark, so we're getting there.
Well, still so excited for you. You are just a champion, having that many kids. You know, and doing such a great job and helping out so many people. You know, I know that you've got a very special place in my heart, and I absolutely love what you do for us, and supporting all the organizations that we work with, and a full-time mom, and now you're starting to do other things. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your boutique that you've got going on? Are you? Let me ask you. Yeah, let me ask you this first. Are you having any problems with that? Because I know your Facebook got raided, and it hit you hard.
Yes. So I apologize if you're following our community Pay It Forward One Hope fundraiser page, because just a few days ago, someone got into my account and completely compromised it and wiped everything out. So I am patiently waiting for Facebook to get back, verify my identity to get me back up and running. But they're is still a question about that. So may have to restart and just get that page going again. But I do apologize if you're on there and going, what is going on? I'm still here. Nothing happened. Zach and I are still here. We're still doing the show. Unfortunately, there are people out there that live to get into people's accounts. So we're just navigating through it as we can.
Yeah, even the people who are trying to do good get sucker punched every once in a while. I was going to go a complete different direction there, but you know what? The Clean Families Act came in on into the picture, which I'm kind of happy about, because that was going to be the not PCs Act that spoke. But
But
yes,
with the boutique, that was also affected, just like our fundraiser page. But that is now, I'm kind of operating it through my husband's account, so that's back up and running. And what that is so we have a local business here. We've kind of added a new branch onto it to be able to offer home improvement items for less. And the idea is to bring more affordable items to our community. We are shipping some items that are packaged nicely, I'll say, that I'm confident will show up in one piece and not break. So if it's not super fragile, we'll ship it. And we just want to be able to make an impact for people. Prices are so high right now that we want people to be able to still do the things around their home that they love to do. And we're contractors locally, so that's kind of what we do for people. But to be able to kind of spread that and at a discount. A lot of things are at least 50% off the store prices. So it's really nice to be able to do that. And through that, we're hoping to run that as a business and really help with more veteran housing and kind of having that go hand in hand. This show has inspired me. Working with the organizations that we work with has totally inspired me, and just seeing, the true need for what's out there and what's not spoken about as often as it should. So just kind of using our skills and our knowledge from a different angle. Of course, we have a family, so we have a business to run too, but we really want to kind of dive into that and focus on that and get some more cabins up and running, cabins, apartments, whatever it may be. So that's kind of what we're working on.
and you guys, since we last talked, you successfully obtained land.
We did, yes. Not since we last talked, but more recently. Yes.
Okay.
And we're going to be moving out of state. So we're in Pennsylvania right now. So if you're watching and you are local to Pennsylvania, hey, I have great pickup items for home improvements. Local, if you're swinging through, totally connect with me. And we're going to be moving to West Virginia. So it's going to be a bit of a move, a big one, but we're excited about it.
Well, we've talked, and I know what your plans are when you get there, in which, we don't want to let too much out until you guys get everything all set up. But you've mentioned a little bit about what you guys are planning on trying to do. Planning on doing. Let me get this right.
We'll get it done one way or the other.
So,
we'll get it done.
Yeah, you've got a very, very talented husband, and he's going to be working, and I'm so happy for everything that you've got going on. I think 2023 is going to be a great year for you, and I am really, really looking forward to just working with you the entire time, and being any help that we can be for you and of course everyone else out there. Right now we do have our community mission to Rescue 22 going on. Stephanie, you have a heart for veterans. What are some of the things out there that you see that you think that we can do better?
So I will say, we're not veterans, and I don't have immediate family, but there is someone who is like a father to me who, I was very close with my whole life, and he struggled a lot, so the whole idea, I think this whole thought kind of came together with the cabins and things. he came from always living in an apartment. He couldn't have a house of his own. He did his time, and he should be able to have the things that he wants, right?
Yeah.
So, and also seeing, different organizations that are working on housing, one in particular that's all the way in California, that they're actually remodeling ambulances, retired ambulances from fire departments to make tiny homes for veterans. And that was like, wow, like a different angle on what I was kind of thinking, So it's really inspiring to see and hear from, the different organizations that we've had on here,
Yeah.
that are honoring them in different ways and making them feel recognized. And I think that it's not spoken about enough. It's not brought to people's attention enough. And, it's obviously not on the news. It's not something being highlighted, but it's needed. They need to be recognized. They need to be supported, and they need to be off the street and be able to have shelter, food, water, like the bare necessities. They're risking their lives for this country. And some of them don't even have that.
You mentioned the ambulance tiny homes. I think it's amazing the people that we've been able to talk to, the people that you've introduced us to, and just all the people that we've been in contact with. The thought behind some of these wonderful programs is amazing. Who would have thought about turning an ambulance into a tiny home? What a wonderful idea. I mean, it really is.
I mean, the fire departments have to retire them after a certain amount of time. And it's really cool that they could just be donated like that and turn into a living space for someone, and they're working on providing them with a physical address and things like that, so that they have those things that they need to help with employment, when they get back home, wherever home may be. But now they do have home and home travel, so they can go to work, wherever they would like in the country, which is really cool.
That's one of the things that I really like about that is those his plan, his mission there. You're taking care of two different things. One of course is a place to live, but the other one is transportation. You do now have an opportunity to get to work, to maintain, to build a life instead of, I mean, what good is it if somebody's going to say, here you go, here's a home. Oh, but you don't have a job, can't keep the home. This is
Right.
actually giving them, this is giving them a little more opportunity to take and build off what he's doing and maintain. And I think that like I said, his idea, and I need to reconnect with him. I really hope that I would love to have him on next Wednesday. I think his program is fantastic, and I'd actually love to get him on our program,
Right.
and maybe raise a little bit of money for him this maybe even next month. We'll have to talk to him about it, but um, there's that, and then of course we've got other missions that we're working with. I mean, you look at it, we talked about him earlier, Bart,
Love
veterans
Bart.
honoring veterans, just one of the kindest, gentlest, loveliest men I've ever met in my life. I had a conversation with him today, and I'm telling him about all the things that I've failed to do and do all this stuff, and he tells me, stop, you don't know how hard you're working. And he goes, I think you're the only one who doesn't know how hard you're working. And I'm like going, well, I'm not working hard enough because we're not producing yet. But this man cares about you know uh, everyone. And so veterans honoring veterans was, I cannot wait to help them. Healing Warriors with Janet, we had her on in December. She's just such a wonderful, outgoing, friendly person, just beautiful. JR, we've had JR with Veterans Ranch a couple times. um, you know his equine therapy touches your heart. You're something that you do, you've had experience with, and
Yeah,
you love those animals.
for sure. We have a rescue horse, well, two, but one in particular that could have went to a meat buyer and ended up, with us. And I always say I'm not sure who rescued who, because he really helped us through a really difficult time medically with our kids. So I can totally see the connection of what he's doing with the equine therapy with veterans. It's pretty incredible. It's calming. I'm
Yeah.
sorry if I'm breaking up. I did see it skip there for a second.
Your voice has come through just fine, so I haven't had any problems hearing you. Yeah, I do. I bring up the comparison to me, and being in the motorcycle world with horses, because there's just nothing in the world. I just really think it has something to do with being alone with you and your thoughts, and it just means so much, and having something there that if you don't respect it, it's gonna hurt you.
Right.
A horse doesn't a horse isn't born to say, like that person. That
Right.
is that's your friend. That horse is born to go, the hell does that thing want? Why is it walking on two legs? It kind of looks a little funny, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's
So
they're incredible creatures, and I feel that they can feel kind of our emotions and what we're going through, and I can totally see it being therapeutic with the grooming and spending time with and just working with and alongside to learn about them, for veterans in JR's program. I actually know a girl who was in college. She was actually going for horses. um, she had a tragic accident and broke her back. A hay bale actually fell on her. She got
oh,
life flighted to a hospital. Well, the hay bale's 50, 65 pounds. A bale apparently landed on her wrong. I don't know the details of it, but she's back to riding. It's been over a year since her accident. She's an incredible human being, young girl, college age. Healed up from her surgeries and stuff, and her horse is her legs now. She's in a wheelchair. It's incredible what those animals can do.
yeah.
So for sure, I can see what it can do for the veterans. I could see what it can do for disabled veterans, which I'm sure he works with as well.
Yeah. We're also introducing, and I cannot wait to get her on. We're going to be working with her for the first time here, but GI Josie, which helps our female veterans, which is our female veterans go through a whole slew of things that uh, it's an unfortunate thing, but there are things out there that females have to deal with because certain males, well, they just think they can take whatever they want. And so GI Josie's there for them. Project Die Hard, we've had Brian on here. Wonderful program, similar to what you and your husband are trying to do, but not the same. But his program is an all inclusive. You come here, you get the therapy, you get the clothing, you get the job, you get the counseling. You learn how to write that resume. You learn, and you find yourself
Right.
again, which is so desperately needed.
And he's about the family, just
Yeah.
not the one person. He's inclusive with the whole family, which is wonderful because they're all living in it. Let's be real. It
Yep.
affects everyone in the family. So I love that it's an all-inclusive program for them.
Yep. We're also bringing up for the first time Hope Advanced, which gives they give counseling for both credit and background checks. Look, we've all made mistakes. Every single one of us have spent a little more than what we should have, and it's come up to bite us in the butt, or made a mistake in the past. And we know that there are times that people are out there who are not so kind. Mr. Person in Colorado who's messing with my friend Stephanie, whoever you are. But, there's just, and their program, they're also a scripture led. They're right here in Colorado, but they can work anywhere. The Tim and Brownie are just some of the kindest people I've ever met. And then, of course, VWAS, which is Veteran Warrior One Stop Shop. And what that is what you go, if you know somebody who's having problems, you get a hold of VWAS. and you say, look, this is what I need, and they've got a program to where they can go, okay, here's a list of people that is in your area. Who can we call for you? A wonderful program. It's they're just getting started up, but they got their 501c3 and they're fighting through it, and they're doing some wonderful things. A little bit later on, I'm going to be sharing with you uh, the links to where you can get to all of these organizations, and you can see what they're about. Two of the organizations that we, Stephanie, are not able to help with the wine thing. One of them you're going to hear from from Jeremy York a little bit later on in the show. It's the other part of my life now. It's got a paranormal twist to it, but it gets our heroes out there, and if they have that interest in the paranormal world, it lets them go on an investigation, and it lets them get out there and kind of see some of the technology, and look, I'll just say it, ghost hunting is weird. It is fun. It is. It's kind of fun. And have I seen anything that made me a believer? Not yet, but there's been some things that, is it my mind playing tricks on me, or did I actually see something? I don't know. I don't feel enough to where I'm going to be definite. But if you walk in and you're just telling everybody, yep, it's real, that's what it is, you're going to find yourself in problems. So, but paranormal, let me try this again in English. The paranormal giving tree is something that Jeremy has taken on, and he last 11 13 months ago, he ended up having a very, very serious accident, and he had a machine that malfunctioned, and it crushed his face. So he had a pretty serious issue, but he's fighting his way back to make sure he can help people. And then of course there's Community Dare to Care. That's led by some weird guy that just likes to give away stuff for free that's donated to him. It's free outreach to anybody who's out there. It's my belief that, what, if you donate it to us, it's not our right to sell it. It's for somebody else in the community. So what we do with the Community Dare to Care is we try to take and we try to give it to people who need. So those are all the organizations that we're really working with right now for Community Mission to Rescue 22. Stephanie, let's go on ahead, and I'm going to bring this up first. Are you ready to talk about a couple wines?
Yeah, I would love to talk about a few wines.
How about these beautiful bottles?
Yes. I will mention that all those organizations can be reached through the link that you just had up, that link tree. If you're looking to support any of those organizations, you can reach their fundraising link right through that. Zach will share a QR code in a little bit, but
yep.
If you're anxious and you're like, ooh, something striked you that Zach just said about these incredible organizations that are going to be on with us, you can jump on there. All the links are there right at the top, including that shop page that Zach had me introduce that we're doing also. So it's all there, all on that link tree linked together. Don't click on my Facebook though, because that one is that one's still under. Hopefully we'll have that figured out this week.
It's kind of funny. Other people can get to your Facebook page. You can't, but other people can.
Oh, you can, but my name was changed and everything was wiped out and deleted. So anyway, gotta laugh, right? If not, I'm gonna cry. So
yeah.
If you're watching the show for the first time, my name is Stephanie Simoes. I am a cause entrepreneur with ONEHOPE Wine. So what that means is I specialize in fundraising, gifting, private wine events, and wine delivery. And what I absolutely love about this and this program that Zach and I are doing is that we can highlight any 501c3 nonprofit. And through the wine, a donation is made with every purchase. So that's a little bit about me and what we're doing. But I really want to share about the Spring Wine Club that was just launched. And what I'm going to cover is actually our curated wine club. What that means, curated is the wine club that our head winemaker selects every season. She picks out certain varietals for the season, and that is our curated wine club. We do have a wine club that is a build your own box, something separate. So there's lots of flexibility here, but Spring Wine Club just launched. This is what we have for this quarter. It is Italian Prosecco, our Vintner Collection Cabernet Sauvignon. If I sound winded, you guys, I am really pregnant. Just putting that out there because I feel like I sound winded. I'm totally not struggling. It's just, I have a belly growing over here that I'm not used to. So.
And you sound however you want to sound. You're bringing life into this world. You can sound however you need to sound, sweetie.
We also have our Reserve Sonoma Coast Rosé in this pack, the Hospitality Collection Pinot Noir, which is a 93-point rated wine. That Cabernet is also 93 points. Our new Love Language Chardonnay, and our Vintner Collection Pinot Grigio. I know that we've talked about some of these wines before, but what I want to mention is notice that with this curated pack, that you're seeing more whites and rosés than reds. Are you noticing that, Zach?
Yeah. Actually, I was just kind of looking at that. And the other thing that I see here, there's only one sparkling.
Only one sparkling, so you're getting some bubbly, but you're getting more of the rosé and the whites than the reds. Yep. Because the whites and rosé are more lighter and more refreshing, I would say, with spring on the way. I know I was wishing spring upon us the last time we were talking, and I'm up in the mountains, so it's still quite cold here. Well, today we got to 55, I will say that. But
we're sitting here at 14 with blowing snow right now, so.
No, really? Oh
yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, we say spring is coming, and I could just kind of look out and go, where?
Well, I'm sure here in the Poconos, we still have some snow ahead of us until spring is finally here. But this pack will be shipping out the next three months. That Pinot Noir is also a lighter bodied red within the curated box. The only one that's bolder is that Cabernet. And I know we've talked about the Cabernet a lot because it's one of my favorites, and it tends to do really well with food on the barbecue and on those chilly nights. So that's the only one that's a little bit of a bolder, heavier wine in this pack.
And that's this second bottle here, right? Correct? That's the Cabernet that you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. So from left to right is the Italian Prosecco, the Cabernet Sauvignon, the Sonoma Coast Rosé, the Hospitality Pinot Noir, the Love Language Chardonnay, and then our Vintner Collection Pinot Grigio. So really, really nice mix, though. Really nice mix of varietals. But let's say that there's a wine in this box that you feel like you won't enjoy. Even with the curated pack that we have, there's flexibility. I know I talk about the wine club a lot, but I love it because it is so flexible. For example, let's say you're not a fan of the Cabernet. Maybe Zach isn't. Zach actually tends to like wines that are a little bit sweeter, right? So,
I am sweet, so I like that sweet stuff.
So maybe you want to swap it out for a white wine. I'm just using our Cabernet as an example. This one tends to be one of our best sellers, but let's just use it as an example. You can swap out that Cabernet Sauvignon for any wine of your choice that you'll enjoy. So even with the curated pack, there's flexibility there. If you're like, I don't really do Cabernet, let me swap it out maybe for another bubbly. Like Zach was saying, hey, there's only one sparkling. I bet he would put a sparkling Moscato in there, or the sparkling Brut. Is that a yes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I like the flexibility with it because you also get the discounts. You can choose the varietals, if you want to swap one out. And plus, my favorite perk is the free shipping when you're a wine club member. But let's dive in, and I'll talk a little bit about the different tasting profiles, and you'll get to see some of the food pairings that might lean you towards feeling like spring. I think if it's snowing outside, let's shut the shades. Zach, close the blinds. Let's pretend.
Yeah, let me ask you a question real quick. Sure. With this, yes, it's more of a springtime collection, but the Pinot, isn't that kind of something that will work during, it's not too light and, bubbly. So like a day like we're having today, it's kind of it's a mellow wine. But it's not, it'll work on a snowy day, correct?
The hospitality Pinot Noir, and really any Pinot Noir that we have, in my experience, I feel like that's a wine that you can drink all year round.
Yeah.
Like Mari talks about it when she talks about Thanksgiving and turkey. It could be chilled and you can serve it slightly chilled. Right. So it could go well on a warmer day, but it's also a red. So it could be a red to go with dinner on, during the winter. I find Pinot Noir is one that is kind of on my menu all year round. Mm-hmm. Not exactly right now because I have a bun in the oven, but Pinot Noir is a good one because it's a lighter bodied red and it's flexible with food pairings. I find that you can drink that wine with a lot of different meals too.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of bring that up because I know that, we do have a lot of people who are in the wintertime still. And, I know, and we're all looking forward to the spring. Believe me, we're all looking forward to that. But
I'm not saying you have to be in warm weather.
Yeah, just because
what
it's
I'm
a
saying
spring
is
collection.
Right.
Mean,
yeah.
Okay.
It is the spring picks. However, you'll find that just the foods that they tend to go better with are a little bit lighter than what you would typically see on a winter menu, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. Think like lighter fare versus like heavy winter comfort food type of thing. But I don't know. I think that if it tastes good and you like the wine together with the food, make the pairing. Like as long as it tastes good to you, who am I to tell you what to eat with your wine?
Yeah. Let me ask you that. Why do they put together the wine pairings? Is it just because, is it for more of a sophisticated palate? Because, there's a lot of things that you talk about that I sit there and I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to eat that. But, but it just, does that kind of, when you do that, does that kind of help people understand what kind of, like, even a mood or something? Because look, let's be honest here. It's hard to be in a bad mood when you got a cheeseburger in your hand.
Right. So what I think, yes. So it does, the pairings bring out different flavors in the wine. And this is kind of how our head winemaker explains it. She will pair things up that'll bring out more of the flavors. So she'll actually have you take a sip of wine, take a bite of whatever it is that, she's suggesting, and then take another sip. And a lot of times, if you sip the wine first, you'll taste it one way. And if you do the pairing, whatever it is, it might change the experience for you. And it's an experience. I know we say drink responsibly. It's not like, ooh, let's go through a few bottles of wine. It's like, no, have a glass and like enjoy the experience, the journey it takes you, kind of like how we are, Zach, when we want like a slice of cake, right? And the experience with the taste, right? But with the wine, the tasting profile changes a little bit. So that's where the pairings kind of come from and what things typically would taste better with. Yes, some of these pairings are things that I wouldn't eat either. I'll be honest. But they're trying to appeal to everybody because really with ONEHOPE, the wine needs to be approachable. It's wine for any table. It's Napa Valley award-winning wine at a price point for anyone, not just the experienced palates of gone wine tasting in Napa. We have a very approachable line. Our Vintner collection is delicious. There's a lot of award-winning wine in that collection, and it really can appeal to any level of wine drinker. So eat it, drink it with the food that you like to eat is what I'm going to say.
So I love the way that when wine is the one thing, like again, when you're out drinking beer, it's a normal language. When you're drinking wine, there's a specific language that you kind of have to follow when you're drinking wine. You're like, the wine has to be approachable. I've never sat there with a friend saying, I'm not sure if this beer is approachable. I'm sitting there, I grab it and it's going, I'm sure that this beer is gone. I need another one. So, but yeah,
Well,
so I love the way that the vocabulary.
I'm sure you know this about me, but I don't sit here and say to everybody watching the show, and by the way, this is water because I'm having
Yes.
a baby. Swirl, sniff. Okay, tell me what you're smelling, Zach. Like, that's not the way I do tastings. Like,
Yeah, swash and swish and spit. Yeah.
It's meant to be where you don't have to be an experienced wine connoisseur to really be able to enjoy our wine, share it with others, and be able to make an impact for your favorite charity at the same time. So that's how I see it. And I am no wine expert. I mean, I hate to tell you guys that, Zach, earmuffs, but like, I'm a mom that just enjoys drinking wine once in a while. I am not a sommelier. So eat the food that's delicious with the wine that you love.
Oh,
that's it.
He knows more about this stuff than I'll ever know. So he's fantastic with this. So I know that you're wanting to get to this. So let's go through the pairings. The first thing that we've got is the Prosecco.
The Italian Prosecco is that beautiful bubbly bottle on the left. The Prosecco is made from Galera grapes, and it's balanced and fruity. You get fresh pear and hints of green apple, which create pleasing aromas and persist into the finish. So you have a touch of sweetness with this one, but I find that it finishes dry, personally. Some food pairings with the Prosecco would be a fruit and cheese plate. See, think like charcuterie, picking food. Light.
Yeah, and see, fruit and cheese plate, you win me over with that. I love fruit and cheese crackers. Maybe some lighter meats, on there. I love that stuff.
Even think brunch, it's a great brunch bubbly. Lemon cake and seafood chowder. So I think seafood when I start to think spring, but we eat seafood all year round here. So but next up would be our Cabernet, which I know we've talked about before here. It's bolder. You get a big mouthful of dark berries and toffee with an echo of vanilla. It's delicious. Our Vintner Collection Cabernet and Red Blend actually converted me to a red wine drinker. I was not a red wine drinker, spoiler alert, when I first started with ONEHOPE. But it's the Vintner Collection that really got me tasting and sampling and starting to enjoy the reds. So when it comes to that Cabernet, I say go get a bacon cheeseburger and call it a day. That's what I would tell you to do.
With a smile on your face.
Right? But beef fillet, blue cheese, roasted beets, I say anything barbecue, any meat on the grill is going to be delicious with that cab too. Next up is our Sonoma Coast Rosé. I find that this one also finishes dry. So if you're looking for a rosé that's on the sweeter side, this is probably not it, but some people are looking for drier. It's delicious though. It has notes of sour cherry, pomegranate, and mineral. And it's elevated. You get a medium-bodied rosé with this one. This beautifully colored wine from Sonoma is made from Merlot grapes. You're probably not a Merlot fan, I'm gonna guess.
No, I don't prefer Merlot. Merlot is a little too bitter for me, way too dry. What is the explanation of? And I can't remember the word now. Not chemical. It has hints of
sour cherry, pomegranate, and mineral.
Yeah, that's the chemical. Yeah, it tastes like Clorox.
No, this one's actually really delicious. But What's funny is that depending on where the grapes are grown and the ground that it's growing from, sometimes the grapes pick up notes of the minerals or, the textures of the soil. Something that I learned just from listening to our head winemaker, but yeah, so there is
And
a
now we're learning
minerality
from you.
there is a touch of minerality on this one, but it is a really, really great wine. With any of our reserves, I always say pour it a little bit sooner, than you're going to drink it, because it really opens up the bottle and gives it more. It's been bottled up longer, the reserves. So let it sit in your glass for a few minutes before you start sipping, because it'll change as it, approaches the air. But this one is great with a strawberry salad, which I can get down with a strawberry salad or salad in general.
Yeah.
Melon and prosciutto. I'm Italian, so we can do prosciutto all the time. Not normally with melon, but with mozzarella. Hummus and seared
I'm German, so everything's sauerkraut and sausage. It's like, oh my God.
So I mean, there you go with some hummus, seared scallops. So think lighter foods with this one. But here we go with the hospitality Pinot Noir, and I know that you pointed that one out.
And this is on the sweeter side.
I wouldn't call it sweet. Like when I say sweet, I start to think of like, usually when people ask for a sweet wine, they're looking for a Moscato type wine, like a very, very sweet wine. I find this to be in the middle, like kind of, it's not super dry. It's not a bold, heavy wine. But it's not super sweet either. It's kind of in the middle, but the tasting profile is ripe strawberry, Bing cherry, and a hint of cinnamon. I like it. I think it's delicious. And I think that it tastes different when it's room temp versus when it's slightly chilled. So definitely give it a try in both ways, because you might taste more, for example, of the cherry when it's chilled. I don't know. Everybody's palate is different. Cherry desserts is great with that one. Grilled salmon, mushroom risotto, which there you go with some risotto. And then here's one I wouldn't have, but this is Napa Valley, you guys, a truffle caviar.
Yeah.
So, I mean, appealing to all different palates and, food preferences, I'll call it. So not one I would do either. That's okay. Next up, that yellowish looking bottle there with the heart on it.
Wine is my love language.
Yes, the love language Chardonnay. So this is an unoaked Chardonnay. Some people will ask, like, is it super oaky? What Mari does with our Chardonnay, for the most part, is it's barreled in stainless steel and then finished in oak. So it doesn't have a super oaky flavor profile. And you'll find that a lot of times our Chardonnays are fruitier than most that you're used to. So if you're not typically a Chardonnay lover, still try it, because you might find that it's a different experience than what you're used to. So this one has features of lemon bar, pineapple skin, and white flour. I can't wait for you to try this one, Zach. Spoiler alert, you have one on the way to you. It should have been there already, but yeah, it's coming. So I can't wait to see what you think of this one. But for a culinary pairing with it, you can pair it alongside of rich cheeses, fish and chips, and a crisp salad, or a crisp kale salad if you like kale.
Well, you had me until the kale salad, but yeah, I mean, see, that's the kind of pairing right there that really interests me, because I'm a fat guy, but I love my salads. I really do. I actually like salad dressing, but you gotta, I won't eat just salad dressing. So, Italian salad dressing, but like the fish and chips, I love fake fish, is what I call it. I would go fishing for fish for fish sticks all day long if I could catch those things. So they taste really good. But so yeah, but that one does sound really really good. And then you got one more, which
One
is
more.
Grigio.
Our Vintner Collection Pinot Grigio. This is our driest white that we have across the board, but it's bright and fresh. So it's not a boring wine by any means. It is lively with a touch of minerality. There you go again with the minerals. And fresh stone fruit. If you like wine to be a little bit sweeter, I like to, again, when it gets warmer out, I'll say that because I don't typically do this in the winter time, but I'll put frozen fruit like from the grocery store in the glass and then
Yeah,
pour the wine
yeah.
into it. And it's delicious that way.
This is the wine that you would do that with, because I saw, when our page is up and going, I saw you do that, and that just looks so good because it had like you had strawberries and blueberries and fresh fruits in there, and that really did it. Really looked good.
Yeah, I would do that with the Pinot Grigio, with the Sauvignon Blanc. That is similar to our Pinot Grigio, a little bit of a different tasting profile, and the Sauvignon Blanc has a hint of sweetness to it. But I would even do it with rosé. Yeah,
Okay.
I like putting fruit in my glass. I think it's fun, and it gives
Yeah.
you something to eat along the way as you're sipping. So, so there you go. That one is juicy and fresh, with intense fruit and a clean, crisp finish. So it does finish dry. Some food pairings for the Pinot Grigio would be fresh shellfish, grilled nectarines, lemon chicken, key lime pie, or mimosa popcorn. Mari loves to pair popcorn with all the wine. She's obsessed with popcorn. So you'll hear popcorn pairings once in a while from this end.
I've never heard of mimosa popcorn. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, all kinds of flavored popcorn. Apparently, there's all kinds of toppings these days. It makes it really interesting. Popcorn.
It's not just caramel and cheddar, huh?
No. But this is the curated wine club, which means this is the picks from Mari directly for the season. The curated packet are the wines that she selects for you, and it is a quarterly selection. So what's great is that you can decide 4, 6, or 12 bottles with the curated pack, whichever one fits your lifestyle. If you drink a bottle a week, maybe the 12 bottle option is for you, and that's also the biggest discount. The more you buy, the more you save too, and the more you're giving back to your charity. But remember to also set the donation to your favorite charity within your account so that each time you receive wine, your favorite nonprofit gets a donation check in the mail as well. So that's a little bit about our wine club.
That's great. And how do you go about supporting your favorite charity? Well, you do it by this. Wonderful, wonderful work here by Stephanie. She works really hard to get this done. You can see the organizations that we are supporting this month, in which, you know what, the truth is, we're supporting every organization out there. Please don't mistake us, but these are the ones that we're working with this month. We love everybody, and we want to have you on our show. All you got to do is contact us. But once again, we've got GI Josie, which helps our female veterans, our female heroes. Healing Warriors, which offers free health care to our heroes here in Colorado. But you know what? We know that there's going to be organizations like that in your state as well. If you know of that organization, please have them reach out to us, because you know what? Stephanie and I want to support them. We really do. They can sit here with us. They can tell their story, and we will help them. We will get their word out first and foremost. And the other thing is, hopefully we can make them a little bit of money. So, and this doesn't cost, nobody over here is paying us a dime.
I was going to just say that, Zach, because I've had people reach out to me and say, how much does it cost for you to run a campaign? Zach and I don't charge for this.
No.
We want you to come on the show, and we want to spread awareness for whatever you're doing with your organization, or if there's one that you love, connect them with us, because we'd love to highlight them.
Yeah, and one other thing, you do not have to be a part of Community Pay It Forward. We want you to be. It's just another way that you can take and raise money, but you do not have to be. Our mission is to support the hard work that you are doing, because as well as we do, the worst thing to hear when you're working this hard is, God, I wish I would have known about you before dot dot dot. That's devastating to you. We know that, and we want to be there. We want to make sure that people hear you. Hope Advanced, once again, they help people with credit and background checks. Project Die Hard, we've talked about Brian. We love Brian. We love Project Die Hard. Please remember, Brian is one of them. He's one of our heroes, because he took that gun out of his mouth. He literally had to take the gun out of his mouth. God helped him take that gun out of his mouth and create this wonderful program. Veterans Honoring Veterans, which gives out little honorary statuettes to any veteran and lets them know you are not forgotten. We still love you. We're still here. Please, please, please make sure that you understand that. Veterans Ranch with Equine Therapy, and VWAS Veteran Warrior One Stop Shop. Again, another veteran who was having thoughts of suicide, but decided to go the other way. And that's what this is all about, folks. That's what this whole campaign is about. Community Pay It Forward, One Hope Wine fundraiser for February. You know what? This is for life, okay? These QR codes only work this month, but correct?
Right. But going forward, you can select these organizations within your account and make sure that your donation with your purchase is going directly to them. So we don't have to have an ongoing campaign through Community Pay It Forward. You can still, after this month, still support them.
That's right. And again, Community Pay It Forward doesn't make a dime from this. This is all about you. This is about your mission. This is about supporting you. That's what this entire show is. Stephanie and I are very, very proud of this, and we're looking to make year 2 so impactful. Year 1 was great. We met some of the best people in the world. You know what? We're looking forward to year 2. So if you do know somebody out there who needs help, please have them reach out to us. Once again, you can reach out to Stephanie by her link tree right here. Go to Linktree and just type in Steph Simoes, and it's gonna pop up, and you're gonna see so many of the things that she does. So she is so caring and so generous with what she does. So, yeah, and if you want to get a hold of me, you can go to For My Card. You just go to formycard.net and type in Zach Clayton, and you're going to get some funky looking guy that looks a lot like me popping up. And I look like my face is this far from the camera. One of these days I've got to go and get professional headshots. I really do. Because right now, I mean, it does the headshot I've got, Steph, I look like I'm like trying to swallow the camera, and it's actually kind of funny, because all the other pictures I have of me, they're from my bike days. I'm wearing like my prospector's hat, or I'm just wearing my leather, have a beer in my hand or something. I guess I can't use that professionally, So, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny with the pictures that I've got. I've got 2 business pictures, and I look like I'm swallowing the camera. But Stephanie, I do want to thank you so much. You will be joining us next Wednesday for the 22-hour program, folks. From us, we would really like to ask you 1 favor, 2 favors. Please share this program with everybody you know. If you are looking, if you need the QR codes that we just sent you, if you go to communitypayitforward.us you hover over Community Dare to Care, you're going to find Community Mission to Rescue 22. Okay, this is what this page looks like. Community Mission to Rescue 22. You can learn about the whole program. Everything that we're doing with the program is right there with this button. You can press on that, download it. You can watch the video. This is coming up this Sunday, the Mardi Gras cooking with
That's so exciting.
I am so excited for this. My wife is going to be cooking along with her. She's going to be there, and I'm hoping. Plans are our son is going to be here, and he's going to be helping her cook. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, that's coming up, and they're going to be cooking a jambalaya, a king cake, and chili. So you know what? We've got some great wines that would go with some of that stuff, don't we? What out of the collection that we just talked about, Stephanie, what would you go with jambalaya? Would that be the Pinot Grigio?
I think the Pinot Grigio would definitely go with that. You mentioned chili also. I'm guessing that's a beef chili, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So either the Pinot Noir or the Cabernet.
Okay.
Is what I would do with that. Because think of like, the soul food of the winter, the hearty, warm comfort food.
Yeah.
I would go with the reds with those for sure.
And then the king's cake, it has apples in it, so maybe the sparkling.
Yeah, good call on that, Zach. That's exactly what I was thinking. Would be the prosecco, the bubbly, and that will pull out the pear notes and the fruity notes in that wine too.
But if you would like to take and join us this Sunday at 4 Eastern, 3 Central, 2 Mountain, 1 Pacific, you can even cook along with us. You can check out the interview I did with Carolyn right here. And then if you would like to join us and cook along with us, right down here, you can download, I guess, the ingredients to everything. So you can have everything that you need to cook along with us. It's great. So please make sure that you come to communitypayitforward.us / community mission to rescue 22. Scroll down just a little bit further and look what we have here. We have all of the QR codes. It's right there on the page. I messed up, but I will make sure I get this fixed tomorrow. You're going to have all the links to where you can take and just click on the links and check out more about all of these wonderful programs. Again, G.I. Josie, Healing Warriors, Hope Advanced, Project Die Hard, Veterans Honoring Veterans, Veterans Ranch, and Veteran Warrior One-Stop Shop. We're also helping the Giving Tree, the Paranormal Giving Tree, and Community Dare to Care. Those are 2 of the other ones that we are really trying to support. You can view everything that we've got on Sunday and next week, next Wednesday, on all of our pACT channels. We've got 3 different places on Facebook. Okay, we would have 4, but somebody in Colorado decided to be mean, and it wasn't me. I'm not smart enough to know how to screw with somebody else's stuff. If I screw somebody's Facebook page up, it's my own. I promise you. But you can also go to our Twitter, which is pACT channel, at pACT channel, or go to our LinkedIn, which is Zach Clayton Lyon, which stands for LinkedIn Open Networking. Now, you can also, in which today's interview is going to be right here. Right now, it's 2 weeks ago's interview. But after tomorrow, this interview is going to be right there. So you can watch this interview again. And if you would like it, right here, you can download all the QR codes by simply clicking this button. So, join us. You can find out more, find a great verified partner, because remember, next week, if you shop with any of our partners on Wednesday next week, a portion is going to go to save veteran lives. We ask of you one or two favors. One, share this program with everyone you know. Let's make sure that everyone knows about this. If you can hear me, please share it with at least one person. And the second, please take at least 22 minutes out of your day and watch. Watch one interview, watch one story. 22 minutes. If it doesn't touch your heart, watch another 22 minutes. I'll just do it that way. So
you've got 22 hours of footage to find 22 minutes. I'm sure we can all find, even if they're just listening in on their lunch break, right?
That's right. You can go to all of the websites by scrolling down a little bit further, and you have all of our sponsors down here, and you have all of the programs right here. Again, if you just click on them, it'll take you to their website and you can find out more. These are the programs that are either like our great partner, Autumn Dahlia Creative Services. She is a veteran. She is now a disabled veteran. She had a terrible, terrible accident, and she is working hard to recover from that. But she has offered a wonderful, wonderful program for everyone. And she will give anyone who uses the code community 50% off any branding or social media package. And the rest of the proceeds go to our mission. That lasts until March 22nd. So she's given us an extra month. So please reach out to Autumn Dahlia. All you got to do is come here, click on this, and it goes straight to her beautiful smiling face, the interview with her, and you can learn more about her. You have all of the program, all of her program information there. And again, 50% off when you use the code community, and the rest of the money comes to this program, which, folks, we're saving lives. That's our goal. We're trying to save lives here. So I guess you guys don't even see what I see, so I screwed that up. But yeah, well,
no, I can see what you see.
Yeah, I clicked it to her page, but anyway, this is you know what? Let me go on ahead and do this. I'm going to put the link to this page right now in the chat. So it is hyperlinked, and all you have to do is go there and check it out. So
I love that. So you'll be streaming live, Zach, right? So any of those platforms, you'll be streaming live, and they can catch the 22 hours there.
I will be streaming live on any pACT channel platform. And as we're going to find out here in a couple minutes, we're also going to be on all Things Network channels on next Wednesday. Things Network is a paranormal network, but you know what? They are allowing us to share our message because they understand how important this is. Again, our goal is to save lives. Please make sure 22 minutes. Look, guys, get off the phone for 22 minutes and join us for one day. That's all we're asking. You know what? Can we save 44 lives? Not if we don't try. And we need your help to do it. So please make sure that you join us next Wednesday. You will see Stephanie will be announcing when, but Stephanie, you and your husband have generously helped us by sponsoring an hour, and we are so excited to have you on there. I hope that maybe your husband can even pop in and say hi. I'd love to meet the guy sometime. He's like my brother, and I've never met him. So, but
soon enough, for sure.
Well, sweetie, you've done a wonderful, wonderful job. Again, as always, thank you so very much.
Thank you for having me.
You go take care of yourself, take care of your kids, and relax a little bit. You deserve it. Everything you do is like I said, I cannot, I couldn't imagine trying to do this without you. I am so proud of what we're starting here, and I am really looking forward to a banner year. I really do. I think that we're going to do some great things together.
I cannot wait. And I can't wait to bring new people onto the show to be able to meet even more incredible organizations. So, but definitely tune in next Wednesday, 22 minutes, you guys. Tune in, join us, and share it around. It costs nothing to share it around.
Apparently I'm being attacked or something.
So, no, they just agree with me. You see?
There you go. There you go. So, and one other thing, we're saying 22 minutes, right? Well, guess what? I'm on for 22 hours. You can find time. All right. I'm starting at 4 a.m. East, 1 a.m. Pacific for 22 straight hours. And if you join us, you can hear you talk instead of me. So please join us. Please join us. If you've got a story to tell, we're still looking for your help. Once again, I do want to flash your link tree one more time. If you have any questions about One Hope Wine, if you would like to become a One Hope Wine ambassador, Stephanie is the one to reach out.
Absolutely. The more of us there are, the bigger the impact we can make in our local communities. So for sure.
That's right. The more there are, the more help we can give. So, Stephanie, my dear, thank you, and we will see you next week.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you. Okay, well, we are going to be back very shortly. We're going to be introducing Mr. Jeremy York from the Things Network. He is, it's a paranormal channel. And as I just mentioned, we will be simulcasting on all of their networks. And this is great because this is almost, we were looking at the numbers. We're adding close to 3,000 people in the audience. So that's just so much more that we're trying to get out there, and we can help that many more people. So I want to thank you guys very much. Again, I want to thank Stephanie. She is my hero. She's going through so much, doing so much, being pregnant. She's got a move coming. On top of having other kids as it is. So, and she comes on every month, twice a month, this month, 3 times a month. And she really does such a great job. So thank you very much, Stephanie. Community Pay It Forward, Community Dairy Care, we need your help. We have teamed with the program called VIV. That's VIV. And if you go to VIV and you type in communitypayitforward.justviv.com, support our org, by paying your bills, 1, those bills can be negotiated to get you a better price. And 2, you can support Community Pay It Forward, Community Dairy Care. If you would like to know more, please contact us at 970-909-0751, but we need your help. So I kicked that weenie out of here. That Zach guy. I'm not him. I'm that other guy. But I kicked him out, made him go eat worms or something. I don't know what I did. We were talking about wrestling, folks. I had to do it. I don't know why, but I had to do it. Anybody who's ever had a conference with me has seen it in the background. This was made by the same gentleman there in Japan that made my son. No, he didn't do nothing for my son. Ooh, almost screwed up. Yeah, so that Zach is gone. Grandpappy Z is here. Yeah, okay. I'm back. Now I'm blind as a damn bat, too. I can't see anything. I may have run out of time. So, hey, I want to bring this up. If you have an event or something and you would like us to help you share it, if you'd like to come on to pACT and talk about it, we can add you to the WACT calendar. We're all coming together. Calendar on our website. This QR code right here can help us do it. We ask for a $25 donation, and we're going to bring you on for 15 to 20 minutes on this show or the Friday show, whichever one works best for you, or we can record it. But we're going to bring it on. We'll we'll play it a couple times for you, make sure that people get to know it. We'll put it on the calendar. We'll have your flyer on there, everything that you need. But all you got to do is scan this right here. This is sponsored by Key Largo Lounge here in Greeley. May 11th is when we're going to be able to tell you about the chili cook-off for 2023. Number 6. That's only taken 8 years. But yeah, we have number 6 coming up soon. It may be like 8 months away, but believe me, it's soon. We're 1 week away from community mission to Rescue 22, and I swear to God, I started it like 3 days ago. That's what it seems like, and I announced it last year. And once again, I want to bring up communitypayitforward.us, community mission to Rescue 22. When you go there, you can find everything you need to know. Okay? You find, let me try to make this a little bit bigger, and of course I can't make it any bigger. But you go here and you got the information book. Please download this, share it with anybody and everybody you wish. I need people who want to talk. I need people who want to support, sponsor, whatever. You can watch the video here. Please join us this Sunday as Carolyn Rasmussen has her Pampered Chef party live on air with us. You can check out our interviews by hitting this button here. You can also find all the ingredients for the recipes that she's cooking. All the recipes are right below it, the ingredients for the dishes. I am so proud that I got to spend the first hour with my dear friend Stephanie Simoes and One Hope Wines. Again, this is what One Hope Wines and Community Pay It Forward is looking to do. You have got 7 different organizations right here that we want to bring their story to you so you can tell somebody else who needs them what they do. If you use that QR code in the corner, this could be you as soon as next month. We can help you spread the word. Please join us. Actually, to do this, it doesn't cost you anything. But if you want us to promote an event that you got or something like that, then use that QR code up there. If you would like to join us on the show, and if you would like to be part of the fundraising, all I need you to do is reach out to me at my For My Card, Zach Clayton, www.formycard.net, Zach_Clayton. We've had a lot of things spoken about tonight, and I appreciate everybody sticking around and learning about everything. We are 1 week away from Community Mission to Rescue 22. I still need your help. Let's get this entire screen behind me filled with organizations that help out our heroes when they are when they're having problems. Let's get it filled. Come on to the show. Tell us what you do. Tell us how you do it. And tell us what you need so we can work to help you help others. We are losing 44 heroes every day. We cannot sit by and watch this. Join me. Join us as we take, and next week, next Wednesday, we take 22 hours and we dive into the conversation. We dive into what needs to be said, how we need to treat this, where we can go if we're not the ones that can handle the situation. There is no shame in saying, I am not strong enough to handle this. But don't walk away leaving them alone. If you do that, you may never see them again. Suicide is finality. It's over. Suicide never ends well. And you don't get a second chance. Please join us. Make sure that you take 22 minutes out of Wednesday, next Wednesday. 22 minutes to sit down and watch one of the stories. Make sure you take and you share it and you say, sit down with me and let's watch 22 minutes of this together. If you know somebody who's struggling and they need to talk, have them come on and we can try to fit them with the person that best fits their needs. If you feel your organization is the best fit for their needs, get on here. In the comments, there's a form. Fill it out. I'll have you on the show. Tell us what you do. Let's share the stories of hope. Let's share the stories of tragedy. Let's share the funny stories, the sad stories. Let's tell the stories of the people who have won and of the people we've lost. Suicide is final. You'll never be able to speak to them and say the things that you should have said before because they'll be gone. Please join us next Wednesday right here on the pACT channels, or go to visit us and go and check out the stuff on Things Network. Just go to facebook.com Things Network. Tomorrow night, you get to watch my lovely wife as she and her show is on at 8 p.m. East, 6 p.m. Mountain. They have a really good time on that show. They do a lot of funny things. They talk about some really serious stuff. They're going to be talking, I think they're going to be talking about that accident that Jeremy and I touched on, but they're also going to be talking about some other stuff. It is a paranormal show. But it is a good time. So if you've ever had any interest in the paranormal, please check out facebook.com Things Network. You can also go to Twitter, Twitch, and LinkedIn, YouTube. Go to YouTube as well. So Things Network, go and check it out. Folks, that's it for me. Wednesday is done. This Wednesday is done. 2-hour show, and I'm exhausted. I only have to add 20 hours next week. Wow. Please, I ask 22 minutes, you joining us. Share this with everyone. Let's make a difference. You have an event coming up? Scan the QR code. Let us help you spread the word. We can get the word out. We can try to help you get people and get the awareness that you need and raise the money that you need. Please love somebody out there, because somebody out here loves you. My name is Zach Clayton. I am the president and founder of Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the pACT channels. You can get a hold of me 970-909-0751, 970-909-0751. You can also go to for my card.net, Zach_Clayton. If you're not helping anyone, you're hurting everyone. No one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Again, we're begging you for 22 minutes of your time next Wednesday. Join us on Sunday at 4 East, 1 Pacific for our Pampered Chef event. Want more information about it? Well, here you go.
show me the way. You wanna be a part of Sunset Boulevard.